Whose favorite pasta dish is fettuccine alfredo? I hope you guys raise your hand because according to an article, the most popular pasta dish in every US state by Anna Jonat, fettuccine is the top favorite in 14 of the states. Today I want to share with you a fettuccine alfredo recipe that I have used most of my life. Fun fact is I shared this recipe with a market that I was working with and they still use my recipe today. Throughout my speech, I will share the ingredients needed, the methods I use for cooking the pasta, the sauce, as well as the shrimp, and lastly, we'll share the recipe tips that I can share with you that will be helpful to you when trying to remake the dish. I believe that you will benefit from listening to my speech because if shrimp fettuccine isn't already your favorite, it sure will be after following my recipe. It gives the best results for a cheesiness and creaminess mixture. So in order to prepare your Alfredo sauce, you're going to need some butter, unsalted butter. You're going to need heavy whipping cream. You're going to need garlic powder, Parmesan cheese, onion powder, salt, pepper, and some fresh garlic. For the noodles, you're going to need half an onion. You're going to need some garlic. You're going to need salt, a little bit of any type of oil, and then obviously the fettuccine noodles. To prepare the shrimp, you're going to need some shrimp already peeled and washed. You're going to need some onion powder, garlic powder, some salt, garlic, and some black pepper. And you're also going to need some of the same oil that you used on your noodles. While the water is boiling, you can season your shrimp. It would be 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of pepper, and then 2 teaspoons of the onion powder. While your water is boiling, you can go ahead and cook the shrimp. You can do 1 tablespoon of oil, any type of oil works, on medium to low heat, and then let the oil warm up. Once the oil is hot enough, you can go ahead and add the minced garlic. And then just cook the garlic until it's like a golden brown. Now you can go ahead and add your shrimp and then let it cook for at least 6 minutes each side. Once your water is boiling, you can go ahead and add half the onion and a garlic clove, and then go ahead and add your pasta. Let the pasta boil for at least 10 to 12 minutes. So some recipe tips that I have would be to boil your water before adding the noodles, just so that your noodles aren't just sitting in water while you wait for the water to heat up. And then another tip would be to add just a little bit of oil after about 5 minutes of boiling, just so that your noodles don't stick together. For the shrimp, I would say to just season to your liking and get a good crusty layer at the top of your shrimp. For the Alfredo sauce, you're going to want to melt your butter and then add some fresh minced garlic after about like a minute of melted. Going back to your noodles, once you see that they're in good shape, you're going to want to add just 1 teaspoon of salt and half a tablespoon of oil. They should be soft and a good pasta consistency. Again, you're going to want to cook your garlic until golden brown and then go ahead and add the heavy whipping cream. After adding your whipping cream, you're going to want to mix until a simmer comes up. One tip that I do use is to save at least 1 cup of pasta water just in case your Alfredo sauce does come out on the thicker side. After your Alfredo sauce is simmering, you're going to want to add all of your seasonings, so the pepper, the salt, the garlic powder, and the onion powder as well. Then you're going to want to add your Parmesan cheese and just mix until melted. Once your pasta is ready, you're going to want to drain it out and then just let it sit for a while your Alfredo sauce is being prepared. Once your Alfredo sauce has come to your desired consistency, you can go ahead and add the shrimp and the pasta as well. You just mix around all the ingredients and then just let it simmer for about a minute. After that, you can go ahead and enjoy your shrimp Alfredo pasta. Alright, so some tips that I do have for the recipe would be to always check for taste when preparing your dish, like making the Alfredo sauce or seasoning your shrimp. Obviously, taste for the taste after cooking the shrimp, not before. Allow for the Alfredo sauce to shimmer for 2 minutes after adding the Parmesan, just to get the right consistency. I would say to mix the Alfredo and the pasta super well, just to incorporate all of the flavors. I would say when plating, you can do like a pinch of like fresh Parmesan or some fresh parsley. Also works very well with it. The last tip would be to save a cup of the pasta water just in case your Alfredo sauce is too thick. Adding the pasta water can always like thin out the Alfredo sauce. So the purpose for the speech was to share my recipe for a shrimp fettuccine Alfredo made from scratch. Today I shared with you the ingredients needed, the methods I use for cooking the pasta, the sauce, as well as the shrimp, and I shared recipe tips that can be helpful to you when trying to remake the dish. I know you guys are all hungry, so I hope you guys go ahead and try my recipe. Cooking can be an easy and quick way to entertain and nourish yourself. Although it's not the healthiest meal, I hope you guys do try it and enjoy it for yourselves. Thank you for your time.